Because I know you like looking at yourself in the mirror and jacking off to the fucking image you see, but the point is, you can't do that forever. And I'm not saying I've never been a dickhead. I've definitely been a dickhead many times in my life. I'm not perfect. No one is. I have so much shit to say. I feel like I should just stop, because I could talk about shit like this for hours. I think the PC launch of Spider-Man 2 is going to be pretty good. And I might actually like buy the game on PC as well. And I feel like a lot of people who critique the game, especially with like the latest news nowadays, it's coming out that there's no more future content. Yeah, I think people are forgetting the storyline in Spider-Man. That game is pretty much this game with all its DLCs plus Miles Morales. That's about the size of that game. Like, they gave it all for free. They give it all for free, all the DLCs. If you ask me, the symbiote suit was just one big DLC. If you ask me, Kraven was a big DLC. If you ask me, symbiote was a DLC. The storyline with Miles is just one big DLC. The Flame with Yuri, that's a big DLC. Like, I don't think people understand how much content they gave. And I think they did it really well. Like, they just gave it all, and they went on to the next one. Because I'm pretty sure they're making the next game already. When you look at, like, the ending of Spider-Man 2. Because, like, they already got, like, a plan for the third game. Which is awesome, by the way. And I hope you can play with, like, Venom in the third game. That would be really awesome. That would be a big thing for the Venom fans. If you guys are going to play the game, don't look at videos. Don't look at videos on YouTube. Have your own fucking opinion. Don't try to reflect shit to your own opinion just because someone else says it's shit. Obviously, back when this game came out, it was awesome. I just feel so sad who think these games suck, especially the second one. Like, for example, in this game, I hated the MJ missions. I think the MJ missions were really fucking boring. It wasn't fun. When you look at the MJ missions in Spider-Man 2, they were so much fun. The MJ missions, when compared to these ones. Obviously, they're not Spider-Man ones, but like, they literally made the MJ missions like your Metal Gear Solid Snake. It's so good. It's actually fun and worth like playing the game. Worth playing those missions. Because I remember when I bought this game on PC, this was another game where I pretty sure I got it for free at first, and then I was just like, yeah, this game actually deserves to be bought. Take my money. And then I beat the game again, 100%. And then I went New Game Plus, and now I'm already like almost 100% again. It's such a fun game. And I'm so glad that the second one is finally coming to PC. But yeah, I think people who complain about the fact that like MJ, what? They made the MJ missions actually fun and like MJ's a badass? Dude, what the fuck? I don't want to play this game. I don't like having fun. Or like the most fucking cringe thing I've ever heard. It's not comic book accurate. Okay, it's kind of like real life. It's like people want games to be realistic. I don't want my games to be realistic. I don't. Why the fuck would I play games if I wanted them to be realistic? You're an idiot, Spider-Man. You're done for. Nowadays, people don't know how to enjoy games anymore. People are just fucking stupid. It's like people come home nowadays and like they want to go back into the life that they had before. It's like, yeah, what do I want from my game? I want to have the most miserable fucking experience possible. And I want it to be realistic, and I want it to be exactly what I believe in. And I want it to be everything that's not unusual. And I don't want anything to change. That's just not how games should be. Yeah, guys, just try to have fun in games. Try to enjoy yourself. If the story sucks, then nah, just go take a hike. Just go somewhere else. I feel like Elden Ring is such a good example of what like games should be. Like at the end of the day, what Elden Ring is, it's just a big world with a bunch of bosses and different new weapons and armor. That's what it is. No one cares about the story. Most people don't care about the story. Obviously, some people do care about the story. But like me with Elden Ring, I don't know what the story is. I don't know. I skipped half of the fucking cutscenes. And the reason for that is because the game is fun and I'll play it. I don't need to go like when I figure out something is fun, now I'm gonna be like, okay, well, is it politically acceptable that I say this game is good? No. I'm not gonna go into that. The game is fun, period. Shut the fuck up. That's all you need to know. Same thing with, my point is, it's so, for example, with Helldivers. You guys remember Helldivers, right? That game, the reason it was good was because the way the developers made it. That's the reason it was good. Gameplay-wise, what the game was just a shit extraction shooter where you had actually nothing to lose in the arena except your patience with your teammates. At core, at best, that's what it was. It wasn't a good game. But nah, people were like, oh, this is gonna change gaming forever. Did it? It fucking didn't, did it? As soon as it was politically incorrect, what happened? Everyone shit on the game. The game died. But in the beginning, where it was like, everyone was just like, oh my god, it's the best game ever made. Game of the year. No. No, it was not. It was not Game of the Year. Not even fucking close. It's just a shitty extraction shooter. It was fun for like, what, 20 hours? But then you kind of get bored of the same, you know, same automatons and fucking monsters. I played it to the point where I could do the highest level of like challenges and missions. I did a couple of those and I was like, okay, I get it. It's just the same mission with more objectives and more enemies. And you're forced to use the same guns because they're really the only guns that work. And at the end of the day, it was just a shit game. Honestly, it was. I don't understand why people glaze on games like God of War. It's such a narrow fucking game. I don't understand why would you enjoy that. I don't get it. To be fair, I've never been a big fan of the God of War series games. But man, the amount of like jerking off that people do to that game series and the game in general is fucking nuts. Like, dude, at the end of the day, that's just a like animated version of a movie that's just stupidly long and has a couple of extra remote presses than usual. That's what it is. It might be a good story, but like those games you have to critique by the story because that's all there is. There's nothing else but the story. Yeah, you can be like, yeah, the gameplay feels really fluid and awesome. Awesome. Good for you. But you can't review a game like Spider-Man or games like Spider-Man, like you can't review Elden Ring like that. You can't review honestly open world games in general. You can't review them by the story. And if the story sucks, you can't be like, oh, the whole game sucks. No. Now it sounds like I'm saying Spider-Man 2 story sucks. It doesn't suck. It's just that I feel like people who spend more time looking into the story and nitpicking things, saying like, oh, the story is too short, the story's pacing is bad, or like, you know, whatever fucking excuses they find out. Just go play the fucking game. Holy shit. Like, I played the game, I finished the game, not 100%, but I finished the game close to like 85% before I even watched a single video on the game. Because I genuinely wanted to experience the game my way, which is, you know, I don't know, playing the game, enjoying it. And the first video I got on YouTube page, when I was done playing it, was, here's why Spider-Man 2 sucks. Can you guess what their main argument was? The story is bad, and cringe dialogue. That was it. So basically the story is bad said in two ways. Also, it's so nice you can change the day in Spider-Man 2, just from, like, the menu. You don't have to come to one of these things. So much better. Thank you. Oh, I'm dead. What the fuck? I feel like this video is just me ranting. Is that me? That might be just me. I'm just ranting about people. People are just fucking dumb nowadays. I feel like people don't understand what playing games is for. Even on YouTube, like, I feel like playing games, you can't just play your favorite games. Like, I can't just say that, hey guys, I'm gonna play Family Guy on PS2 tomorrow. I can't do that on YouTube. You can't do that because YouTube won't recommend it because it's not a trend or it's not in the algorithm. Even though there's probably a bunch of people who'll be interested in that video, but YouTube's just like, no, it's not what's popping right now. In my mind, I'm like, well, can you see if you gave me a lot of impressions, if it did pop off? No, we can't do that because, you know, that would be unfair. Honestly, guys, if you guys ever want to do, like, this is not even, if you guys ever want to do YouTube, Just don't. Don't fucking do it. It is not worth it. All the brain cells you lose just by hearing dumb fuckers on the internet and in your comments give you shitty takes, shitty opinions about just fucking pointless stuff. Then you put yourself into an environment, like if you do ever make it, you put yourself into an environment where you're not allowed to say what you actually want to say. You're supposed to please everyone, because that's how it goes, and you're just supposed to be a good little kid. I don't know. You can't do you can't do anything either. You can't do any things that you really want to. People want you to be entertaining. People want you to have a political opinion. People want you to fucking talk about issues and dramas, and people want you to... It's just like, why? Why can I just not have a good time? Why can I just not play games like I've played my entire life, enjoy it? Why do people want me to react to a fucking shitty KSI song? Why do people want me to talk about Asmongold? Why do people want me to fucking give my take on Lunchly? The fact that I know all these things is already enough for me to tell you that it's just... Why do I even know these things? Just pointless shit. I don't want to know these things. I don't. I don't want to know how someone else feels about a video game that I genuinely enjoy. I don't give a shit. I like the game. Go fuck yourself. I don't need your opinion. Yeah, guys, welcome to 2024. It keeps getting worse. I don't know, I don't know, guys. I really don't. Like, a couple days ago, I got my letter for my YouTube channel that I can finally have my videos and I can actually earn money from them. I'm gonna have ads on, and the reason I'm gonna have ads on is because I need the money right now. I really fucking need it. I'm trying to move in, I'm trying to, you know, start the next chapter in my life. So I'm gonna put ads. I'm not gonna put ads in the middle of my video though, because I fucking hate that, and I don't want that for anyone else. All I'm gonna say is if I had a really high paying job, I would not do YouTube. It is a fucking waste of time. It is a giant waste of time. You're just introducing your mind for bullshit that just never should be there. And I'll say it on the video, guys. There's so many people even in my community. I won't say names because that's unfair, but there's just some people in my community that like, why are you the way you are? People act like little kids. It's like, it's so funny to say this. I'm cool. No, it's not. It just makes you look like a fucking child. You're not cool. You're not edgy. You sound like a child who just learned a new word. Shut the fuck up. No one cares. Like, if you're that hungry to making people annoyed, because you know it makes people annoyed, saying like bad words and like shitty takes and just being offensive and having the exact opposite opinion every time just because you know it gets a kick out of people, you're just a shitty person. There's no like, oh, they're trolling though. No, there's a difference between trolling and like it being funny, but as soon as is not funny on the other end, it's not a troll anymore. It's just you being a dick. That's it. And I'm not saying I've never been a dickhead. I've definitely been a dickhead many times in my life. I'm not perfect. No one is. But like, do it every day. Try to be as negative as possible. Constantly talk about just shit that doesn't matter. Yeah, if you guys have subscribed to the channel, I'm so thankful for you guys. Thank you. Thank you for doing, especially like these couple of past weeks that I've had. So many new people that have joined the channel. You guys thought it was worth it, and you guys subscribed. That's awesome. The internet needs to change, man. It really needs to change. And people need to change. Let's just enjoy things. And let people enjoy things. There's people that just wait on other people's opinion, and then they're like, oh, or well, not other people's opinion. They wait for the internet's opinion, and then they go with that. I think a great example of that shit is the KSI song one. The KSI song thing. Guys, I'm gonna be honest. That song, I listened to it because it was such a fucking big thing. It is not a bad song. It really isn't a bad song. The reason I sang that shit for a whole week in my head was because it was catchy and it was a good song. You can call me whatever the fuck you want, but like, people were just hating on that because of, you know, because of what's going on Twitter. I have so much shit to say. I feel like I should just stop because I could talk about shit like this for hours. There's so many things in the world that I feel like just covered with negativity. It's just bullshit. I want to do my own thing. If you think life is more fun because your whole life is controlled by what everyone else says, I'm happy for you. But that is not how I'm going to do it. If I want to play games that just no one else gives a shit about, I'm gonna play those games. If I feel like a video is a shit idea, if I feel like something is not worth making a video about, and it's like the trendiest thing right now, I'm not gonna do it, because it's fucking boring. Spider-Man 2 is a great game. It's so much fun. And if you don't look for fun in games, you're just a fucking moron. If you decided when you hit like 20 and now you think you're old and wise, and now you think like, oh, this game's story lacks educational purposes and lacks fidelity and lacks depth and whatever the fuck other words that I can find on Wikipedia, it is not worth my time. You can go fuck yourself. Like this is a great example, right? Right here. I remember when this game came out. See this flag? See this flag right here? People literally gave this game like 0 out of 10s because of that fucking flag. All the other shit, everything else in the game. That flag, it ruined it all. The fact that I can do tricks in the air, nah, 0 out of 10. The fact that I can nose dive, do a swing, go off the wall, do a backflip off the fucking wall. Doesn't matter. Game sucks. You see that flag? It sucks. This game is terrible. Absolute fucking L-take on a game. How the fuck did you hit me? They did the same thing in Spider-Man 2. Because of like 2 lines in the game. The game is so bad, guys. It's terrible. It is, the story lacks depth. You literally cut those 2 parts out. Everyone's like, oh my god, this game's a masterpiece. So fucking retarded. Honestly. No, so I bet these people have 0 social cues in real life. I bet people like that just don't... They've never talked to a real human being ever. Go outside. Have a conversation with anyone except yourself. Okay? Because I know you like looking at yourself in the mirror and jacking off to the fucking image you see. But the point is, you can't do that forever. At some point you're going to have to go outside. And you're going to have to see, oh my god. There's other flags. Wow, maybe I was blindsided by my stupid opinion, my stupid political views. Don't bring politics into games. Just don't. Like, motherfuckers hated the Fallout show just because the dude's wife was black. Come on. Are we really gonna do this? Are we gonna do this? Are y'all fucking serious? I'm not even joking about that, by the way. That actually happened. And I'm all for, like, jokes. I'm all for, like, comedians making jokes about other races, about white people, black people, Chinese people, whatever the fuck you are. Doesn't matter. I'm all for that. But the fact that people can only see that part of a human being and then evaluate their existence in a role anywhere, it's just so disingenuous. Sorry for the bit of a rant today. I just thought it was time to talk about some stuff that I had in my mind. I don't know. I just think the internet needs to change. I feel like lately I've had a lot of excess time to just think about stuff. The more I think about like the environment that we're building for ourselves and for the future of people, it's like I feel like this is the moment in history books where I'd say, like in 2200, I'd say like I would never want to live in that time. Just feel so restricted. Just try to have fun. Have fun. Be happy. Be positive. Help people. Smile. Smile back to people. If you see someone not smiling, smile at them and tell them hi. Because that might be the best thing that has happened to that person in years. Because that's the kind of world we live in right now. The smallest things make up the biggest things. I just want you guys to be happy. And I hope the internet will be someday. Goodbye.